Happy Thanksgiving, F1 and IndyCar fans! Today is November 22nd, 2018. Sorry I haven't been prompt with my videos lately because I have also been a very busy bee recently, and it's not easy for a guy like me at my time. But it's also, among other things that have kept me back from getting on with the latest review, is the fact that back on Guy Fawkes Day, November 5th, which is, among other people, Bryan Adams' birthday, we can thank you for banging the drum so the whole world could hear like you did at the Olympics back in 2010, Brian. Thank you for that song. Loved it. But anyway, point is, on the same day that you your birthday, Bryan Adams, and along with the British people celebrating Guy Fawkes Day, I became an uncle. Yeah, my little sister just gave birth back on the 5th of November to her firstborn son. His name is Alexander. Here's a picture of me with him. Yeah, cute kid, huh? And seems fitting, now that we can get on with the my review of the Brazilian Grand Prix, is the fact that I'm sure those who celebrated Guy Fawkes Day in Britain, I'm sure they were also happy because Lewis Hamilton won the race, sealing the constructor's title like he did the driver's title back in Mexico the race before that. So it's been a year of fives for both Hamilton, Scott Dixon in IndyCars, and Mercedes in Formula One. Scott this year won his 5th IndyCar championship. Lewis Hamilton wins his 5th F1 driver's title. And with driving for Mercedes, Lewis Hamilton gave Mercedes its 5th constructor's title. Congratulations, Lewis Hamilton. Max Verstappen, the Flying Dutchman for Aston Martin Red Bull Racing, finishes 2nd. Kimi Räikkönen of Finland for Ferrari, finishing 3rd. And what a shame for Max. He had a sporting chance to win until the Force India driver Sebastian Ocon knocked him out of contention. Boo! 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 Still, it was amazing that Verstappen came back to finish a fighting 2nd. I'm just sorry that that crazy Frenchman Ocon'd Max out of a win. I'm sure Force India were not tickled pink about this, along with the paint job that their cars are. And as for Vettel, a little further back in the pack, let's see if he or Räikkönen can win the final race of the season for the pride of Ferrari. Where's Marcus? Oh yeah, as for Marcus Ericsson, it's unfortunate that while he started 6th in the race in Brazil, a little tangle with someone on the first lap and he's out dead last, so that's where he finished. Here's hoping he has better luck driving for Schmidt-Peterson Motorsport next year in IndyCars, making him and Felix Rosenqvist the first Swedes to eventually compete in the Indy 500 for the first time since 2005 with their fellow countryman Kenny Brack. 2005 was also the last time we had a Mexican in the Indy 500 with Adrian Fernandez. It was the year of Danica Mania. With Pato O'Ward driving for Harding, which is under collaboration with Andretti Autosport, along with Brian Herta's son Colton Herta with Harding, we can see now if he'll be the first Mexican since Adrian Fernandez to qualify for the Indy 500. Sweden and Mexico, hopefully back next year at the Indy 500 in 14 years. And who knows if they will succeed. Along with those like Marco Andretti and such. But more importantly, while Fernando may have finished outside the top 10 once again in the McLaren Renault, the orange is back, along with Fernando himself for the Indy 500 next year. That's what I wanted to get on with for the longest time. And there have been rumors circulating that Tony Stewart may come back, but that's still up in the air. We'll see how that happens. But he says, once again, he'll only do it if he is mentally fit for it. And Tony, if you're watching this, if I were in your shoes, I'd go back and I win the Indy 500. I would dedicate it for Scott Brayton if I were you. Thanks to the fact that you were his teammate in your rookie year at Indy. Oh yes, good times. Well, here's good luck to the McLaren team in doing their own team effort, with some Andretti collaboration here and there, but not like in 2017. But let's see if the flying orange of Fernando Alonso, be it Chevy or Honda power, will actually be successful compared to when they had a chance before their engine blew. In other IndyCar news, Jordan King, after being let go by Ed Carpenter Racing, is now going to have a one-time race deal for Ray Hall and Lanigan at the Indy 500. So Jordan King of England will be making his Indy 500 debut next year, assuming he qualifies the car. And as for Jordan King's former seat at Ed Carpenter Racing, it's gone to Ed Jones in association with Scuderia Corsa Racing, which Oriol Servia originally worked with, but now the Spaniard is looking for another ride. Will he get one at Indy? It is most likely he will. The question is with whom. And with McLaren possibly talking about a second seat along with Fernando Alonso, we will see if maybe, who knows, Oriol might be with Fernando at the Indy 500 as teammates. Two Spanish teammates together. Now that'll be a treat, wouldn't it? All the same, I'm just glad, like Abba says, if Fernando could hear the drums of Indy, he did. He's coming back. And we will see if he becomes the second driver in motorsports history to win the Triple Crown, like Graham Hill before him. But what would separate Fernando Alonso from Graham Hill, if Fernando were to win the Indy 500, is Graham Hill, while having won 14 Grand Prix wins in Formula One, 5 of them at Monte Carlo, he was never able to win where it mattered most to him, on home soil in Britain. And Fernando has done that twice before, with Renault in 2006 at the Circuit de Catalunya in Barcelona, and in 2012 for Ferrari in Valencia. So he got that out of the way, having won Monaco twice and the 24 Hours of Le Mans this year. Win the Indy 500 next year, and Fernando, you will be one hell of a celebrity that we won't forget. Also, before I proceed any further, I just like to pause for a moment of silence. Even though I'm not much for NASCAR news, it has come word that I will acknowledge the loss of 1976 Daytona 500 winner David Pearson. So, David Pearson's family and friends, our thoughts are with you at this time. Yeah, I know. And you thought surprised that I saluted Stan Lee there too? Well, it's all to please all Marvel comic fans who are also racing fans like you and me. And I gotta say though, that while my videos might be informative to some of you, and as much as I'll admit they're not as half as informative and resourceful as David Land on YouTube, David Land, I hope you like my videos, because I like yours too. Mine is not meant to compete with yours or anything. It's just a class of in my own favor. Like, I don't have the capacity or time to do what you do. I admire that though, but my purpose is not only just to inform people of the racing news, only F1 and Indy, in my opinion. I don't do NASCAR or anything beyond, because I don't care if that's stuff. But I will, if it's major news, probably make an acknowledgement here or there. More importantly, though, I hope you like my videos and subscribe to them, because I subscribe to you, David Land, and I definitely like it. But it's just, the difference is with my videos is meant to just not only inform, but also give you a laugh here or there. Well, that's the latest news. Tune in on the 25th of November. The final round of the Formula One World Championship of 2018 goes through the streets of the United Arab Emirates. Will Lewis Hamilton hog another victory for Mercedes? Or will Vettel or Raikkonen, before he goes to Sauber next year, give Ferrari its final last laugh for this season, as I join with the Scuderia Ferrari Club of Philly to watch the fun? In the meantime, for all you F1 and IndyCar fans who are enjoying Thanksgiving, enjoy your turkey meals, and let us be thankful for what our favorite drivers have accomplished this year. Let us be thankful for what we have, and let us be thankful that there's always tomorrow, in the hopes that the racing world will continue to prosper and please us all. iMarin cylinder firing on all cylinders.